And welcome to the University of Tampa and the Moli Family Stadium. It is senior day at the University of Tampa and a doubleheader to conclude the regular season here at home. Strike one, fastball to open up the game. In the circle for the Spartans is Kate DeSimone. She'll be the Game 1 starter, and you have to assume that it'll be Mariah Galehouse in Game 2 in the circle for U Tampa. That one's going to hit the zone as well, 0-2. Tampa was able to clinch the Sunshine State Conference Championship last night, and if they take one of the two games today, or if St. Leo lose one of their two games today, they will be outright solo champions. If Tampa loses both games of the doubleheader today, and St. Leo wins out, they will be co-champions with the Lions, but there is no situation now that the Spartans can lose the Sunshine State Conference crown. Ball two. Tampa men's baseball was also able to celebrate the conference championship yesterday as well. That means Tampa has swept Sunshine State Conference play in lacrosse, baseball, and softball for 4 conference titles. And then, of course, Skippy, you can even add beach volleyball, too. Tampa winning the inaugural beach volleyball title.
Well, that's pretty good to win it in your first year. Tampa is doing what Tampa expects, always being on top. Tampa baseball and softball has always been a big cornerstone in D2.
They are hoping to do a little bit more come postseason time as well. 3-2 count from DeSimone. Leading off for Barry is Harper Bunn. After this plate appearance, we'll give you a rundown of the Bucks order. And that's going to just get by Alexa Russo. Picks it up, but will have to hold on to it. Stop potential extra bases there, but it's a leadoff single for Barry.
That was actually a really good just knock it down, don't let it go down the line. That was for sure a double. And if you're Tampa here, you want to really heat up going into the postseason, try to generate a little more offense. You know, a win yesterday was good, but you want to see them execute a little more on the bases.
There's a bunt that's going to be missed for ball one. Close call there in the zone as Mellor looks to advance the runner. The Barry lineup today is Harper Bunn, Becca Mellor, Sarah Langley, Sophia Chamorro, Paige White, Max Stone-Fulmar, Maya Tucker, and Brooklyn Rushton. In the circle for the Bucks will be Haley Angelico once we roll to the bottom of the first. How long will it take to get there? 1-1. That bunt goes backwards. Kreidler couldn't react in time to get to it. Would have been a tricky play. Fell behind her.
0-2.
DeSimone ready to continue. She enters with a 1.33 ERA in 16 appearances. 14 of them have been starts, and she boasts an 11-1 record. Pretty close to McGinnis and Galehouse in terms of the seasonal win percentage for the Spartans rotation. I think she might be slightly better, as that one's going to be floated into right field. Very shallow, easy play for Mariah Galehouse.
Yeah, McGinnis yesterday put on an absolute clinic yesterday. Those 2 runs must have felt like it was 8-run lead.
It was perfect for the Spartans. On offense, doing just enough to take home the W. And McGinnis with a complete game shutout, getting number 5 on the season, as that's going to be hit to second. Tampa looking to turn 2. No, good hustle by Langley. Keeps the inning alive. But McGinnis was able to pick up win number 15 in an impressive effort. Was perfect through 5 innings. Got broken up with a hit in the 6th and eventually a hit in the 7th. But McGinnis was able to get out of the danger both times to secure the complete game shutout, or as I like to call it, the CSGO, even though that's not the correct way to abbreviate it. That's going to be hit over to the left field. Will that drop into no man's land? Yes, it will. Right in front of Lauren Fantone, and they're going to send the runner home. Throw to the plate, not in time. And on a blooper into shallow left field, Figueroa gives Barry their first run and first lead of the weekend. Very close play in left field. That's a tough ball to get to. Out of range of Reynolds, out of range of Fantone. And with 2 away, there's no reason to stop at the base path. Langley making it to home from first.
Right there in no man's land again, that little triangle.
Unfortunately as well, it took a weird bounce away from Fantone that didn't allow the Spartans to corral it in time. Otherwise, Langley would have likely been held at third, and potentially Figueroa could have been stuck at first. But instead, it's Barry taking the early lead, 1-0 here in the top of the first. DeSimone trying to end the inning just with that 1 run surrendered. Will get a second strike quickly against Chamorro. That is only the 17th earned run of the season for Kate DeSimone. Entered today with the lowest runs conceded for each Spartan starter with 18 compared to Galehouse's 19. That's going to miss outside 1-2. McGinnis has given up 28 runs over the season. Only 17 of them have been earned. So the 2-2 now, or 1-2 now from DeSimone. Just missing 2-2. Chamorro getting ahead in the count. She's hitting .343, .444, .431 this season. Second best qualified batter for the Bucks. Rolled foul, she'll stay alive.
That was a really good pitch right there. DeSimone's really working it left to right. Trying to expand that strike zone.
That foul ball tipped off of Kreidler. Coach Cantor quickly checking on her. Looks like she's all right. A little more disappointed than in actual pain, I think. That gives Tampa an opportunity for a quick conference in the circle. A mix of veteran presence and also youth in the circle there, talking it over with DeSimone. Partially to probably hype DeSimone up for the next pitch, but also just to give Kreidler a little bit of space as she gets set. You've got Russo, the senior, Solt, the graduate student, DeSimone, the senior, Reynolds, the sophomore, and Yetter, the freshman. And now the 2-2 coming up from Kate DeSimone one more time. Floated into foul territory. That's just out of play and by the bullpen. Tampa will look to respond on offense once this inning ends. They hope it'll only be a 1-run deficit. One more time, the 2-2. Ball 3. On deck is White. Here comes the payoff pitch. Down the line and foul. DeSimone challenged Chamorro. Chamorro a little bit late on it. Throughout the first game today, we'll also keep you updated with the St. Leo scoreline. I mentioned at the start of the broadcast that if St. Leo wins out and Tampa loses out, it'll be a combined Tampa title for both the Lions and Spartans. One win today from U Tampa, however, makes them solo champions for the 3rd year in a row on top of their 4-year Sunshine State Conference championship streak.
That was a really good pitch by DeSimone right there.
That was. Got weak contact. That's going to be floated to left field. That'll drop in foul territory. Good hustle around the base path to try to make it home. That would have easily scored Figueroa, but it's just a few feet to the left. Probably a deep breath of relief for DeSimone there. The blooper is how the first run scored. That little blooper would have brought home a second. One more time, the 3-2. Floated foul. Very long at bat here from Chamorro. And pitch count will be something to keep an eye on for Kate DeSimone. This at bat has already taken her over 20 in the ballgame. And I believe this will be pitch number 10 or 11 coming up. Rolled foul again. That would have been in play for Alexa Russo. And this is where annoyance definitely starts to fill in the mind of Kate DeSimone, thinking, what do you need to do to get that final out?
I think DeSimone needs to come with a fastball. She's shown a lot of breaking pitches going left and right. She has it timed up pretty well.
So here comes one more time the payoff pitch. Goes a little bit faster and just gets some weak contact from Chamorro.
Really good idea right there. Keep the hitter honest. Don't let him sit on the breaking ball. Now you have options open. You go down and away.
One more time, the 3-2. Hit into right field. That'll get down and could score a run. Throw from Mariah Galehouse. On target, on time, and that'll end the inning. What a throw by Mariah Galehouse to prevent the Bucks from scoring. And while one run scores for Barry, great job by the Spartans to prevent any further damage. We're headed to the bottom of the first.
There is something electrifying about a vibrant community of learning. Providing new knowledge, reimagining teaching and learning, designing and reinventing the spaces where we learn, live, and work, attracting and inspiring the best students and faculty, engaging locally and globally. These are essential to creating tomorrow for UT and our world. A campaign causes us to state what we stand for. It propels us to envision the future and work diligently in new and exciting ways. It inspires supporters to believe in the long-term value of campaign priorities. It impacts the world we inhabit today while we're creating tomorrow.
We are deeply grateful that so many of you stand with us. Together, we are developing UT as a model metropolitan community of learning.
We are pleased you enjoy the satisfaction of investing in the lives of students. Your heartfelt commitment makes for an electrifying connection among all of us.
Creating tomorrow has been a campaign committed to.
And we're back at the University of Tampa. Taylor Storley alongside Skippy for the call today. Bottom of the first. The Spartans trailing for the first time this weekend thanks to the RBI by Figueroa in the previous inning. Here's the Tampa lineup that'll be looking to respond. Lily Keister leads off, followed by Lauren Fantone. Abby Solt bats in fourth. Alexa Russo batting third. Mariah Galehouse fifth. Kenna Kreidler sixth. Kate DeSimone, the number 7, bats seventh. Alexa Ramirez batting eighth. And Kenzie Reynolds batting ninth. The lone change for the Spartan order, it is Ramirez at the plate as the designated player, given that DeSimone's in the circle and also in the lineup. Hannah Yetter is playing as the defensive player, the designated fielder, if you will, at second base. 1-1 count to Keister to start the ball game. In the circle for Barry is Angelico. And that'll make the count 2-1. Angelico enters with a .297 ERA and a 7.6 record over 99 innings. 36 walks to 46 strikeouts. Solid command, but a slightly higher walk rate than you sometimes see at the Sunshine State Conference level. Second on the team in strikeouts behind Rosenberger. Thanks slightly better K-7 rating than Rosenberger, though. She'll be the Game 1 starter. We'll have to wait and see whether Rosenberger or Martin gets the Game 2 nod. This is also the finale for Barry's regular season. They'd like to take one of these games against the Spartans to try to help them out in the postseason push. Their winning streak of 6 games came to an end yesterday, and that'll be out number 1. Keister grounding it straight to the circle. 1 away. That'll bring up Lauren Fantone to the plate for the Spartans. Fantone hitting .304, .358, .399. Has moved from being the leadoff player to batting second in the lineup, but Keister and Fantone interchangeable. You know that those two are likely to get on base whenever they step up to the plate. They are going to enjoy their senior day, their final regular season matchup in front of the Spartan faithful. But thanks to winning the conference yesterday, Tampa is certainly going to be hosting regional softball next week. Starting on Thursday, we'll be here at the Namoli Family Stadium. Whether it's streamed here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network or on the NCAA platform, we'll have to wait and see. But it will be postseason softball, and all roads going through Tampa. Angelico now, the 1-1 to Fantone. That misses up high, 1-1. Both infielders crashing, expecting a bunt for a hit. Fantone 4 for 5 on her stolen base attempts this season. Third on the team in terms of stolen bases, trailing Galehouse and Lily Keister, who both have double-digit tallies. Ball 3. Fantone might draw a walk. On deck, Alexa Russo. A cloudy day here at Tampa, but the weather should remain clear, hopefully. I know across the nation there is inclement weather and some storms. 3-2 count, swing and a miss down low with a changeup. Would have been ball 4, but Fantone was expecting a strike. We've had really good weather as of late. Not a lot of rain, so honestly, wouldn't mind, but do hope it doesn't interfere with softball, I'll say. Payoff pitch. Strike 3. Fantone goes down looking. Good pitch there from Angelico. That's going to bring Alexa Russo to the plate for the Spartans. Base is empty, 2 away. You don't normally see the bases empty and 2 away with this Tampa lineup, especially when you've got such consistent leadoff players like Fantone and Keister. It'll be up to Russo to try to set the table herself. Ball 1. She'll get ahead. Hit sharply through the hole. That's a base hit. Chamorro and Stone not able to pick it up. And Tampa has a base runner for Abby Solt. Solt had a good season with the Spartans, hitting .281 with a .500 slugging percentage. She'll take ball 1 outside. No! Strike 1. That had a lot of late break to it. It must have barely clipped the zone. Solt, of course, joined the Spartans this season as a graduate transfer. Will also be honored in Senior Day alongside some of the other Spartans, as that one's going to be fouled away. Tampa's starting lineup sees 7 players out of 9 in the batting order that are seniors or graduate students. Only Kreidler and Reynolds are underclass players. That's going to be looped over to first base, and Solt is retired to end the inning. Angelico gives up a single, but a clean inning for the Bucks. Entering the top of the second, Barry has a 1-0 advantage.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Top of the second, here's how the Spartans defensively look for senior day. Fantone in left, Keister in center, Galehouse in right. Russo at third, Reynolds at short, Yetter at second, Solt at first. Kreidler and DeSimone the battery today. Welcome back to Tampa Spartans TV. It's senior day for you, Tampa. And at the end of game one, there will be some pregame festivities honoring the Spartans seniors on the roster as the count goes 1-1. This is a team with a lot of veterans here at UTampa. And thanks to a lot of the COVID years, we're kind of seeing the end of the COVID redshirt players as they wrap up their Spartan careers. It's allowed some players to try to set some records across the board, like Mariah Galehouse and a few others breaking career records, as that's going to be strikeout number 1 for Kate DeSimone, one away. And obviously the goal for this Spartans team before the year comes to a close is to walk off in the sunset with a national championship in tow. Ball 1 missing up high. Stone Fulmar at the plate. She's batting .303 this season. .359, .441 for her slash line. Fouled away, 1-1. Stone Fulmar is level with the team batting average of .303 for the year. Slightly weaker on base, slightly better slugging compared to the team averages. Swing and a miss. And DeSimone quickly 2 strikes to Stone Fulmar. Hit into left, but very far foul. So far foul, it's actually to the Tampa bullpen. Still 1-2. Update from St. Leo. The Lions are trailing as Eckerd have scored 2 runs in the top of the first. And that is ball 2 missing away.
That was a good idea. Go back to the same location. No fish on the bait, though.
Yeah, Fulmar kept the bat on her shoulder. This time lines it to left field, just out of reach of Alexa Russo. 1 away, 1 aboard for the Bucks. And that's going to bring Maya Tucker to the plate for the Bucks. The left-handed freshman batter has a runner in scoring position as she'll bunt that one foul, or she'll look to get the runner into scoring position. They're wary of the double play threat, hence the 1-out bunt. I'm not usually a fan of that call, given that you're giving the team, or Spartans, a second out and making it a lot easier for them to get out of the jam. Here comes the 0-1. Tucker this time swinging away, fouls that one back. Maybe her bunt was to try to fool the Spartans' defense, as that's going to bring the count to 2 strikes. Barry have done a good job battling with 2 strikes so far today. We saw a couple very long at-bats earlier on. I believe it was the Figueroa at-bat that lasted a long time, and eventually led to an RBI.
I think DeSimone needs to stay on the inside part of the plate to take that slap hit away.
That's going to be slapped to short, just out of reach of Kenzie Reynolds. And a 1-out single to add an extra base runner. And so far, it feels like every ball that's being put in play by Barry is finding the holes they need to set the table. Quick conference in the circle for the Spartans. Tampa team will be able to talk things over. And it was just the players in the circle, not any of the coaches. Rushton now with 2 aboard and 1 away. And we'll see if they try once again for a bunt or if they'll be swinging away. The Bucks now have 5 hits in the ballgame. Ball 1 missing just up high. Today's umpires are Kevin Jack and Tyrone Miller. The duo was here last night. I believe they have flipped positions. Jack behind home plate, Miller in the infield. And they'll flip positions again for the doubleheader, game 2. There's the bunt, very well placed. DeSimone gets the throw in time. Runners at second and third with 2 away. And that'll set the table for bunt at the top of the order. DeSimone, however, needs just 1 out to get out of the jam.
That was a really great bunt.
Had landed right in front of home plate, almost low to the bases. But Tampa crucially does get out number 2. Bunn singled to start the game. That's going to be outside for ball 1.
Much different look of today's game than yesterday. Barry's coming out here real aggressive, not missing the pitches over the plate.
That's blooped to left field. Keister tracking, can't make the diving play. Drops into fair territory. 2 runs will score, an RBI double. And it's the second time today that a blooper has benefited Barry. They're up 3-0. 2 outs, base runners going, just out of reach of a diving Lauren Fantone. How unlucky are the Spartans right now?
You know, that was, you get another inch on that ball, you catch it.
Unfortunate for Tampa, and that's going to bring Malore up with the bases. Just 1 runner on board at second. One 1-0 count now from DeSimone. 2-0 count now as that fastball also misses up high.
All with 2 outs.
So far today, the Bucks are 3 for 3 in 2-out situations. They were out in the previous inning after Galehouse made a nice outfield assist on a single. Getting the ball to home plate to keep a second run from scoring in the first. But Barry half found runs number 2 and 3, as that'll be strike 1. 3-0 to 3-1. DeSimone looking to battle back.
DeSimone's got to really challenge him right here.
That hits the zone. Full count. On deck is Langley. Will Malore draw a walk? We've got the payoff pitch right here. Hit into the gap. Galehouse tracking back. That's going to get behind her and make it a 4-0 Barry lead. She's thinking 3, hustling to third. Malore sliding in for an RBI triple. And Barry's offense showing no signs of slowing down. Tampa have only had 4 games this season where they've given up more than 5 runs in total. Barry have put 4 on the board in the first 1 2/3 innings. The Bucks are now 4 for 4 in 2-out at-bats.
That's a dangerous stat right there.
A lot of room down the middle as that'll be ball 1. The Spartans defense actively covering the sides. They're expecting something to be slapped down the right or hit down the left. Langley almost hit into a double play in her previous at-bat. She'll now fly this one to center. Is that over the head? No! Nice running catch by Lily Keister. An important catch. You don't want to trail by 5 in the early stages of the game. And the Spartans surrender 3. DeSimone does end the inning, however. We're headed to the bottom of the second. Barry with an early advantage.
There is something electrifying about a vibrant community of learning. Providing new knowledge, reimagining teaching and learning, designing and reinventing the spaces where we learn, live, and work. attracting and inspiring the best students and faculty, engaging locally and globally. These are essential to creating tomorrow for UT and our world. A campaign causes us to state what we stand for. It propels us to envision the future and work diligently in new and exciting ways. It inspires supporters to believe in the long-term value of campaign priorities. It impacts the world we inhabit today while we're creating tomorrow.
We are deeply grateful that so many of you stand with us. Together, we are.
It is the final home season game, or regular season home game, for Mariah Galehouse. And what a farewell season it has been. 336, 427, 511 slash line with 38 RBIs and an 0.65 ERA over 107 innings in the circle. A good finish to the regular and postseason for Galehouse, and she would have a top 2 Spartan ERA in single season Spartan history. Kayla Cox as the team best ERA had an 0.34 back in 2012, a true video game number if you've ever heard one. Galehouse, however, doing incredible numbers on her own. She's had 3 times the amount of walks at the plate than she's had in the circle. 1-1 count now from Angelico. It'll be Galehouse trying to start the Spartans offense off. I don't think she'll be able to. That is caught in foul territory by Mellor, 1 away. That'll bring up Kenna Kreidler. We have not normally seen this. Tampa trailing by 4. One of the largest deficits the Spartans have had all season long.
Yeah, if you're Tampa here, you just want to claw yourself back into it, try to get one an inning.
On April 12th and April 17th, they had 2 of their more lopsided defeats of the season. A 6-0 defeat against the Tars and an 8-3 defeat against the Panthers. Although, the defeat against the Panthers came in a disastrous 9th inning in extra innings where the Panthers brought home 5 runs. Swing and a miss by Kreidler, 1-1. Angelico looking good so far in the circle. Has done a good job to get through the heart of the Spartans' order. Only surrendering the 1 hit to Alexa Russo. Low, 2-1. Kreidler has had incredible plate discipline this season. 38 walks. The single season team record for bases on balls. That's given her a .450 average. Kreidler to left field. Mellor, enough time to get under it. 2 away. Here comes Kate DeSimone. DeSimone will have a chance to try to help her performance in the circle. 233, 370, 367 slugging. Not a bad slash line for DeSimone, a few points below the team average. Tampa only slugging at a .397 rate. That is because it's a very defense-friendly ballpark. Hard to hit home runs here. You have to capitalize off singles, bloop hits, and gap hits, a.k.a. the exact way Barry has capitalized on 7 hits and 4 runs in the first 2 innings. This will not be a second hit for the Spartans. 1, 2, 3. Tampa goes down in order. And it'll be 4, 5, and 6 to up for Barry when we head to the top of the 3rd.
Just another ordinary day at UT.
And a call to the bullpen for the Spartans. Gwen McGinnis will take to the circle for the second time this weekend. DeSimone's final home start of the season comes to an end after 2 innings. The batted ball luck did not go her way, and a majority of the runs so far have been on hits to left field. Now, there was a gap triple into right center that made it 4-0, but 3 of the 4 came on hits that Fantone wasn't able to corral. And the reason that's interesting is because yesterday, the Spartans had their 2 RBI single from Fantone on a hit to left field that the player couldn't make a catch on. So, Cantor going over some of the lineup changes with the umpire here. Because McGinnis enters the game, and DeSimone was the designated, was a pitcher batting, Tampa has to do some shuffling to find a new player in the lineup, because I don't think they'll have Gwen McGinnis batting. It probably means that Yetter will be entering the lineup where DeSimone is. Or they'll run a pinch hitter for McGinnis, potentially Kelsey Winters. Could have a bit of a bullpen game then here for the Spartans. But Gwen McGinnis also gets a farewell appearance here on Senior Day. Unsurprisingly, it'll most likely be Mariah Galehouse getting the Game 2 start for the Spartans. Update from St. Leo, it's the top of the second, and the Tritons still have a 2-0 lead. A St. Leo loss or Tampa win in one of the 2 games today gives you Tampa the solo conference title. Yesterday, their win against Barry was enough to secure the conference championship. A 3rd in a row for the Spartans. They were able to share the conference title in 2022 with Nova and were outright champions in 2023 and 2024. That had ended a 6-season conference title drought, including 1 year where COVID had gotten in the way. And DeSimone will enter the game at first base or at second base. So for Senior Day, DeSimone gets to play a new position. Or it'll be her at first and Solt at second. We'll see how the Spartan defense lines up. Yes, it'll be DeSimone at second, Solt at first. But that is just to avoid any headaches with the designated player and stuff like that. So Yetter will take the breather. She wasn't having plate appearances. She was playing exclusively defense. So now it'll be DeSimone playing defense at second. So we'll continue now. It's going to be Figueroa leading off against Gwen McGinnis. McGinnis increased her ERA to a 1.11 yesterday, and now has completed 107 2/3 innings in the circle. 102 strikeouts in that span. Had a handful yesterday in her complete game shutout, and she was perfect through 5 innings before giving up 2 hits, but still held on to the shutout and 2-0 Spartan win. 1-0 count now to Figueroa. Fastball hitting the zone 1-1. As a team, the Spartans picked up 14 complete game shutouts, 15 combined shutouts. And DeSimone makes the catch, 1 away. Second base is not the position she always plays, but makes the good catch that time, 1 away.
You know, Coach Cantor going with a different look on the circle. Try to keep the Spartans in the game here, claw themselves back into it.
They've still got time on offense. They've got 5 innings to do so. Chamorro gets ahead 1-0. Popped foul 1-1. Checking the AccuWeather app, there could be a little bit of rain later today, but hopefully it stays away long enough. It would probably come in the middle of Game 2. We'll have to see if they would eventually delay the game as Russo makes the throw to first. 2 away. That'll bring the designated player, Paige White, to the plate. White also in her final regular season day of performing. Was going to say matchup, but obviously they've got one more game later this afternoon. Hit to left field. Russo tracking and makes the nice catch, falling off by the fence, but holding on to the softball. 1-2-3 inning for Gwen McGinnis. We're headed to the bottom of the third. Spartans do up Ramirez, Reynolds, and Keister. Brand new inning set to begin. It's going to be Ava Ramirez leading off for the Spartans. Ramirez getting a plate appearance here on Senior Day. She's had 14 at-bats this season and has had 4 hits and a .412 on-base percentage. That's going to be rolled to first. A bit of an awkward sort of play there. Kind of barely left the bat. Barely stayed in fair territory. And another out here for Angelico, who is cruising in the circle so far. And that'll bring up Kenzie Reynolds. Kenzie Reynolds ready to go. One of 2 underclass players in the lineup. She'll take ball 1. Reynolds improving her average to 190 on the season, 220-241 slash line for the defensive specialist. Does a good job in the middle infield at second base and shortstop. Barely missed a close play, I think, earlier in the game on a diving stop. Tampa had that big question, who replaces Stephanie Ballmer at shortstop this season? For a while, they had been running McKenna DiMartino, but for now, Reynolds has been filling the role at short, with Yetter at second base. Of course, now DeSimone at second base, thanks to the change in the circle. DeSimone's day is done in the circle, but she still remains at the plate and in the lineup. Ryan? How are you doing? Did you see your niece yet? Oh, sorry. They would lose the designated player position if they lost DeSimone from the lineup, so they had to just move her over to second. The 2-0. Tipped foul by Reynolds. First strike to Reynolds here, as the count is 2-1.
Next year. If you're on PI, say it wrong.
That'll miss 3-1.
He doesn't care.
The Spartan needs to get some base runners, manufacture a run or 2.
Yeah, anything will be useful at this stage of the game.
Now you got shut down McGuinness out there in the circle for you. Time to go get some runs.
Reynolds hits out right to first base, and Figueroa ready for out number 2. And that is not what the Spartans are looking for. They not only need hits to set the table, they want early inning hits to give them more opportunities with runners on board. Top of the order now for Lily Keister with 2 away.
I don't think my dad cares about basketball.
Well, according to non-dad, he was.
Angelico ready to go. First pitch hit into center field. That's going to get down and will be extra bases. Could be a triple. Keister turning on the Jets. A standing triple for Lily Keister. A big hit on senior day for the number 3. And now Lauren Fantone could bring home the first Spartan run of the game in this plate appearance.
Lily
2 outs, 1
Keister
aboard.
wasting no time right there. She saw the mistake over the middle and took it right where it was pitched.
Jumped on the very first pitch. Fantone against Angelico. Ball, no, strike 1. That inside part of the plate has been a strike for a lot of these players so far, especially the Spartans.
He doesn't care about basketball, so it can't be. Oh no? It's my mom that cares.
That might be it. I think he said dad, though, when he came in, though.
And that hits
There's no way my dad.
Fantone to put a second base runner aboard for Alexa Russo. Could be a big moment for the Spartans right here.
My mom played
2 on, 2 away.
white.
Oh, yeah, she played college.
In like college.
Where at?
Or in Indiana.
Is she from Indiana? All from Indiana.
Really?
Yeah.
What part?
North or outside South Bend?
They're from South Bend.
Really?
Island.
Alexa Russo.
Like Island. Island. You're
So
here?
first pitch coming up from Russo. Russo fouled away, strike 1.
You know what probably happened, Ryan? Your mom told your dad probably like texted her get it, right? No. That might have happened.
Maybe.
I've seen that.
Maybe my mom said it to me.
You know how our PA now, he's like 90 years old. She sees everybody's name wrong.
Maybe my mom.
Probably even heard him.
Maybe my mom and Miss Donner talked. They be sitting at the games.
I'd like to see Russo get another big hit right here. Get one of them back.
There is some space down the middle. No real shift from the Berry defense. And Russo is going to take as Fantone heads to second.
Text my dad right
It was slightly dropped by Bunn, and she's not going to try to send it down to second.
That was a real big advancement right there. Now a single possibly gets you 2, especially at the right field.
It doesn't take much to do that though.
1-1 count with 2 away.
5 minutes late, and that'll get him mad.
The other day, he was fired up. When the yearbook didn't
And Russo into the gap. That will score both. Huge base hit for Russo, who's going to stay at second with a standing double. And Tampa have made a response. 4-2 in the bottom of the third.
That was a huge hit. Huge. Way to stay back on it. Really drive it.
Why is he looking at the yearbook?
I think Angelico might have been getting a little too comfortable in the circle. Is giving some more challenge pitches. And Tampa have really been responding.
He takes the Sparties jokes really personal.
Now Tampa cuts the lead in half. That's what you want to see.
Like,
First pitch from Angelico to Solt, strike 1. Fouled away by Solt, 0-2. Some big 2-out base hits for the Spartans. It's late in the inning to set the table, but Tampa was able to convert.
hey, we stood up.
Can they convert again with Abby Solt, the 0-2? Outside, ball 1.
Also goes back to taking second base on that ball to guarantee that second run. If not, you probably have a play at the plate or you only get 1 run.
I'm actually inclined to disagree because Russo hit it so hard. That's going to be ball 2 missing up high. Normally, I think that would be close, but Russo drove that all the way to the wall, and Langley and Tucker had to take a couple seconds to get to it. And someone with Fantone speed running on anything probably does make it safe, even if they get it in quickly.
Just so jealous about like the funding difference.
So here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup, and Angelico strands a Spartan base runner. Tampa cuts the deficit to 2, however. 4-2, entering the top of the 4th.
2 runs, 6, no errors, and 1 runner left. Through 3, carry 4, Tampa 2.
Like we're doing the math. We think it's spent like 20,000.
And top of the 4th, welcome back to the University of Tampa. Taylor Storley and Skippy on the call today. 4-2 lead for the Bucks. And they will continue to face Gwen McGinnis, who entered the game in the circle in the 3rd inning and retired 3 straight batters. The final line score for KD Simone, 2 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 1 strikeout. One of the toughest starts of the season for D. Simone, but that's just because Tampa usually doesn't have their starters concede more than 3 runs. Ball 1 missing away. D. Simone was on 53 pitches. Makes sense as to why Tampa went to the bullpen, as things had gotten a little bit tricky early on. Slow changeup for strike 1 there. Update from St. Leo. They're in the top of the 3rd, and the Tritons hold a 2-0 lead. One and 2 fastball, getting a big whiff by Fulmar.
I don't know. My dad said he's never taught the.
And that's going to be foul back, 1 and 2. The baseball game at Fine Bloom Field has been delayed, and it's because it is raining very much at Miami. That's also getting in the way of the Miami Grand Prix during their sprint race. 1-2 coming up from McGinnis. 2 and 2. Fastball missing up high.
I was reading something, they secured the Miami Grand Prix to like 2040 or something. Pretty outstanding deal.
Yeah. Extending it to 2041, I believe. It'll stay a pretty big staple on the F1 calendar. It's right in Barry's hometown, as that's going to miss ball 3.
He has to transfer because he's got his JUCO years back. Makes no sense. He's played 7 years.
Tucker on deck, and she'll head up to the plate as that's a full count strikeout for Gwen McGinnis. 1 away.
Tyson's going for a grad year too now.
McGinnis got the call from the bullpen, and she's gone straight to work. And if you're a Tampa fan, that's exactly what you want to see.
No, he's just taking a grad year.
Tucker fouls away for strike 1. It's been a great season for McGinnis in the circle, and she does get a senior day performance here. She was going to be ready for any high leverage bullpen appearances after her complete game shutout yesterday. Today's games are a doubleheader. The scheduled time for game 2 is going to be roughly 2 p.m. Throw across the diamond. They get out number 2. Well, they got it already on the catch, but that throw was just to make sure. Here comes Rushton, bases empty, 2 away.
Is that a double play? She was out both times.
That sadly doesn't count as a double play for the Spartans. It'll bring up the bottom of the order for the Bucks. That'll be strike one, Rushton falling behind. She was able to get on with a bunt. Well, not get on, but had a sacrifice bunt in her previous at-bat.
It'd be like my mom, Trey's mom, and Miss Kristen.
And that'll be blooped. Will that get down? No, this time Reynolds has enough room to get to it. And it is a clean top of the fourth for Gwen McGinnis. 9 shutout innings this weekend for Tampa's number 19. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. Spartans due up with Gilhouse, Kreidler, and DeSimone.
There is something electrifying about a vibrant community of learning. Providing new knowledge, reimagining teaching and learning, designing and reinventing the spaces where we learn, live, and work, attracting and inspiring the best students and faculty, engaging locally and globally. These are essential to creating tomorrow for UT and our world. A campaign causes us to state what we stand for. It propels us to envision the future and work diligently in new and exciting ways. It inspires supporters to believe in the long-term value of campaign priorities. It impacts the world we inhabit today while we're creating tomorrow.
We are deeply grateful that so many of you stand with us. Together, we are developing UT.
And we're back at the University of Tampa. Halfway through the first of the doubleheaders so far today. The Spartans looking to stay in the win column for 4 wins in a row, but they are trailing by 2. Gilhouse will get us started with Kreidler and DeSimone due up. DiMartino played defense in the previous inning. We'll see if she stays at the plate, as that's going to be out number 1. A deep flyout for Gilhouse.
The Spartans really have shifted momentum. McGuinness came in and shut them down, and we got the bats going a little bit. Heading in the right direction now.
She has been an absolute talent.
1 out to start the inning. That'll bring up Kreidler. Ball 1, missing down low.
Our next Spartan has been elite on both sides of the game. Both sides of the game.
Both sides of the game.
That's great.
1-0 coming up.
He's trying his best.
Kreidler flew out last time. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Some of them aren't bad. Like, some of them I don't even have to change them. Really? Yeah. A couple of typos, but like...
Fouled back 1 and 2. Kreidler staying in the fight.
The fact that a couple of typos is
The main thing I'm gonna have to do is just update all the numbers after the game. That's really the main thing I'm gonna have to do.
Angelico in the driver's seat in this at-bat. That's going to be fouled away. Still 1 and 2.
Kreidler has some hidden power she showed last year as well.
And now the 1-2 coming up from Angelico. Rolled to third. That gets through for a base hit. 1 on, 1 away. Kreidler singles. And now getting a plate appearance for the first time since last Friday at Eckerd. It's McKenna DiMartino.
Second baseman, number 17, McKenna DiMartino.
DiMartino was out of the starting lineup for the Florida Tech series, but does return here as a defensive replacement and at the plate here. DiMartino, freshman, batting over 240. Getting a chance here to try to capitalize and catalyze the Spartans' offense. That's down the line, deflects off the glove. That'll be a fair ball, putting runners at first and second. And no, they are calling it foul. It deflected off the player. I think that should have been a fair ball because it was fair when it hit off the player.
Yeah.
That is an interesting call for sure. And you even see Coach Cantor surprised about it.
The only thing I can think of was the glove was in foul territory, but the feet were in fair
That's going to advance the runner to second, though, in the very next pitch. 1-1. Wild pitch getting away from Bunn. That could be an example of ball doesn't lie that time around. But Tampa immediately getting the base runner further along the base path. Swing and a miss. And DiMartino falls behind 1-2.
Tampa's threatening again. Hopefully get one more back here. Need a productive out.
That's going to be hit up the middle. That's going to drop and advance the runner to third. So DiMartino, who was robbed on a hit on the previous swing, that was deflected out of bounds by Chamorro, does have a productive at-bat, but Barry gets their second out of the inning. That's very disappointing for the Spartans, but Ava Ramirez will try to turn things around. Another series recently saw a couple interesting calls, from a bunt being called fair and a few other things. That also featured Tyrone Miller as an umpire. He's currently in the infield. I think it might have been Kevin Jack who made that foul call, though, in the previous play. Hard to tell. 4-2 lead for Barry, but Tampa trying to bring one home at least to cut the deficit to 1. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Update from St. Leo, the Lions are threatening. It's a 2-1 advantage for Eckerd. But the Lions were able to score already in the bottom of the third. That's going to be rolled to second. Close play at first. More than enough time for the final out. A sigh of relief for Angelico. An interesting foul ball call prevented the Spartans from getting a second hit in the inning. And while Kreidler was able to make it to third, she can't make it home. 4-2, Barry hold on to the lead. Top of the fifth coming up. So here we go with a brand new inning. Bunn leads off against Gwen McGinnis. I'm Taylor Storworthy alongside Skippy on the broadcast today. Welcome back to Namoli Family Stadium Senior Day festivities at the University of Tampa. They will begin at the end of the first game. Make sure you tune into the Game 2 broadcast. When Game 1 is done, we'll start that up, and you'll be able to see each of our seniors get recognized on the lead up to the second game of this doubleheader. Swing and a miss. Fastball gets right by Bunn for strike 2. That's going to be hit foul. And still 2-2. Good job protecting by Bunn, who's singled and doubled so far. That's going to be up the middle. Another single for Bunn. She's had a 3-hit day. The first hit to get past Gwen McGinnis.
That one just out of the reach of McGinnis as it went to her bare hand side.
Left fielder, number 9, Becca Malore.
That's going to bring Malore back to the plate. She had an RBI triple back in the second inning. That's going to be ball 1, missing. 1-1 count now from McGinnis to Malore. Flown to center field, not super deep. Lily Keister's there, 1 away. Double play opportunity, potentially. Langley will look to avoid it. She hit into a fielder's choice in a similar spot in the first inning, but did get on board and scored the first run of the ballgame. She flew out in the second. That's going to get into right field. Sharp base hit. Throw from the outfield, barely late. Good job by Galehouse to quickly get that back in, but there's 2 runners now with 1 away. Figueroa stepping up to the plate.
Now batting first baseman, number 44, Caroline Figueroa.
McGinnis ready to go. Ball 1. Fastball missing away to Figueroa. That's going to be popped up. Easy catch for Reynolds. 2 away. Notably, the middle infield, which had started the season, DiMartino and Reynolds, now sees Reynolds at short and DiMartino at second base. Obviously, DiMartino in as a replacement for DeSimone at second base, but interesting to see that kind of full-time position change. I think Cantor trusting Reynolds more at short. This one's blooped, and it'll be one of the 2 getting it. It's Reynolds getting the final out of the inning. 2 hits, but McGinnis strands both base runners. Bottom of the 5th, Tampa has 9 outs to find 2 runs. We'll be right back.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
How you doing, bud?
Reynolds was due up to start, but it's going to be Devin Hammonds called off the bench here. And we are going 9-1-2 to start the new inning. Angelico has been great in the circle. Did give up 2 runs, but has been able to keep the Spartans quiet. So pinch hit change made. We're ready to go for a brand new inning. Angelico only on 56 pitches. Should be good to go the distance. Ball one, that one misses up high. Call to the bullpen was made in the previous inning for the Bucks. Alexis Martin in the game. She enters with a 10-2 record, 9 starts and 26 appearances. I think this suggests it'll be a Rosenberger start in Game 2 of the series. That one misses down low, 2-0. That means Angelico done after 4 innings. Solid start to end her regular season. That one misses ball 3.
Like to see Hammonds get on base right here, lead it off.
You hear Tampa's dugout chanting 3 balls. This time it's going to be 1 strike. Martin finding the zone. Keister and Fantone also due up. This could be a big small ball inning for the Spartans if they get a base runner. I think if you're Hammonds, you're going to take for 2 strikes. And she does. That'll bring the count full. I think it's a good idea. Just let Martin kind of prove that she can challenge the zone. And now you're ready for the payoff pitch. Ball 4. Leadoff walk for Devin Hammonds. 4th walk of the season for Hammonds, who's been extremely consistent in limited plate appearances. Lilia Keister ready to go. Keister has a team high 14 sacrifice hits. That one goes foul for strike 1.
If somehow Keister can find that right center gap right there, they're going to be running for days.
Excellent bunt by Keister. Not enough time to get the out at second. Successful job to move the runner over for Fantone and Russo due up. Fantone's 0 for 1 so far, but will look to convert with a runner in scoring position. Brought home 2 runs in a similar situation earlier in the weekend. Corners playing in. That'll be strike 1 to Fantone.
You know, some ball in the dirt right here. We might have a play at third. Nobody's covering.
Yeah, with the infield playing in, that does open up the opportunity if the ball gets down.
Hammonds definitely has the speed.
Would be risky to try to steal here, given you have to delay your steal until the pitch is thrown in softball. It's a little bit harder to get moving from second to third on the base path. First to second still pretty useful for stolen bases. That will bring the runner to third. It's dropped by the second base player. It is a 4-3 game, as making it home safely will be Devin Hammonds. Rushton is able to keep Fantone at first by faking the throw home, but because she couldn't corral the softball, it's 4-3, Spartans only trailing by 1. First error of the game for the Bucks. And Alexa Russo represents the go-ahead run. One away, fouled back, and it's going to be Russo falling behind, 0-1. Russo's had a good day, though. 2 for 2 here on Senior Day. A single and a double. She'd love an extra base hit because it would probably bring Fantone home.
Both hit pretty hard as well.
Ball missing down low, 1-1. The count level for Russo and Martin. Martin's been good at striking players out, has the best K through 7 on the Bucks roster with 49 over 78 innings. Gets a whiff there, 1-2.
Big time challenge pitch right there going to Russo right there at the hands.
2 outs, or 2 strikes, 1 away. And Russo's going to bloop that into right center field. Caught on the run by Tucker, 2 away. Just a little too much air that time, as that'll bring up Abby Solt. That's going to be fouled away. 0-1 now to Solt to begin the brand new at bat. The 0-1 missing down low, make it a 1-1 for Solt. Fouled away by Solt, 1-2. One more strike and Martin gets out of the jam, but just 1 run surrendered.
Really good setup pitch right there.
Indeed was. It does miss for ball 2, but kind of opens up more opportunities for Martin. Good take, though, by Solt. And that is strike 3. Martin with a big strikeout to end the inning. But Tampa delivered 1 run off of no hits, converting off an error. And we'll be back in the top of the 6th. Top of the 6th here at U Tampa, 4-3 Barry lead, but Tampa has been fighting back, cutting the deficit to 1. Meanwhile, from St. Leo, the Tritons hold on to a 2-1 lead in the top of the 5th. A Tampa win or St. Leo loss in one of their 2 games today means that Tampa is the solo conference champions. 1 away, catch made by Reynolds. Quick start to the inning for Gwen McGinnis. So White falls to 0-3. Here comes Stone Fulmar. That's going to be strike 1. Gwen McGinnis opening the inning with a strike. Fulmar had a single back in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. This is her 2nd time facing Gwen McGinnis. The bunt gets down. McGinnis is there. 2 away. That went a little too far forward. Tucker fouled away. That is strike one.
Tampa's done a great job of getting back into the game.
I know part of it has definitely come from McGinnis in the circle, shutting down Barry. That's going to get into left field, out of reach of Russo and Reynolds. 2 away, 1 base runner now for the Bucks.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you left, sorry.
Now batting number 23, Brooklyn Rushton.
Rushton now has a player aboard with 2 away.
Now there's 10. That is? Yeah. Just gotta move on.
1-0 on the way from McGinnis. That hits the zone. Runner goes. Kreidler's throw. Not in time. They couldn't make the tag. Excellent stolen base there. That's going to put Tucker in scoring position in a 1-1 count. That's fouled away, make it 1-2. Two and two. That one just missing. That one's hit to left field, but foul. That went pretty deep, though, all the way to the corner. 2 strikes, 2 away. Popped up, and that should end the inning. Reynolds has a read on it. She'll make the catch, and the side is retired. Gwen McGinnis has battled through 4 shutdown innings. Tampa looking to tie the game. They've got Galehouse, Kreidler, and DiMartino due up.
Just another ordinary day at UT.
Galehouse will get us started. Bottom of the 6th. Welcome back to Tampa Spartans.tv. When Game 1 concludes, make sure you tune in to Game 2 because we will have the Senior Day festivities underway. It's a doubleheader. There will be another chance for the Spartans and the Bucks to try to end their season with a W. So actually, they're doing it different to baseball. It'll be after Game 2 that you can check out the Senior Day festivities. 3-0 count now.
Nobody better to lead off down by 1. Got the veteran up.
One of the seniors who will be honored, Mariah Galehouse, ahead in the count. She'll hit that right to right center field. That is caught on a diving play by Tucker. 1 away on a nice stop.
As a hitter, you want to hit it like that 10 times out of 10. The center fielder made an absolute beautiful read on that play.
Yeah, that was a great hit by Galehouse, but a better defensive stop by Tucker. 1 away for Kenna Kreidler. First pitch from Martin, who continues in the circle. That is fouled and out of play. 0-1 for Kreidler. That is inside for strike two. Good location for Martin as she continues in the circle. Ball one, missing down low. Kreidler 1 for 2, singled back in the fourth. Kreidler to right field, but that should be an easy catch. 2 away. Good play out and right. Langley able to get to it. Here comes DiMartino. Tampa's second base player stepping up now. DiMartino is 0 for 1. That's going to be strike one.
Tom, where do I get the social stuff again? Social? Like all the logins. Oh, it's in Google Sheets. Google Sheets.
Missing 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2. One more strike, and it'll be headed to the top of the seventh with one more opportunity for the Bucks to extend their advantage. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike, but the throw to first is easily made, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Tampa. They've got 3 outs to go in the bottom of the seventh. But first, Barry have one more chance to extend their lead.
There is something electrifying about a vibrant community of learning. Providing new knowledge, reimagining teaching and learning, designing and reinventing the spaces where we learn, live, and work. Attracting and inspiring the best students and faculty, engaging locally and globally. These are essential to creating tomorrow for UT and our world. A campaign causes us to state what we stand for. It propels us to envision the future and work diligently in new and exciting ways. It inspires supporters to believe in the long-term value of campaign priorities. It impacts the world we inhabit today while we're creating tomorrow.
We are deeply grateful that so many of you stand with us. Together, we are developing UT as a model metropolitan.
Barry bring up the top of the order to face off against Gwen McGinnis. McGinnis has fired 4 shutout innings in the bullpen, and that'll be ball one to open the brand new at bat. Welcome back to Tampa Spartans TV. 6 outs remain in the ball game. 3 for the Bucks, 3 for the Spartans. This is not going to be the first out. The Bucks get a leadoff base runner. 4 hits for Bunn. That's very strong performance for the leadoff batter. 1 on and no one out now for Barry.
That is the second one that went right by McGinnis. That one took a little bit of a weird hop on her, though.
Pinch runner entering the game now for Barry.
I would expect Barry to be real aggressive on the bases here to try to get one more.
We'll see if Milor tries to bunt the runner over for Langley, or if they'll just try to send the runner on the base path. Now in the game, it's the 77 of Shelby Pravat. She is 3 for 5 on stolen base attempts this season. Here's McGinnis, first pitch. Runner stays put as this one's popped up. They did not go for the sacrifice. They instead swing away, and it's 1 away. That is a momentum-killing type of pop-up. But here comes the heart of the Berry order. Langley up, 1 on, 1 away. Langley picked up a base hit earlier in the game. A single in the 5th. 0-1. Runner goes. Kreidler's throw on target. 2 away. Excellent pop from behind home plate. And I'll bring the count to 1-1, but crucially got a second out for the Spartans defense. Unfortunate for the Bucks. I like the idea to get aggressive on the base path. It did not work out the way they were hoping for, though. And just like that, Gwen McGinnis makes it 5 shutout innings in the circle from the bullpen. Last chance saloon for the Spartans, 4-3. Due up 8, 9, and 1. Bottom of the 7th. Tampa have 3 outs to try to stay alive. Martin looking for the save. She did enter the game when the lead was down to 2. And while she's given up 1 run, she is looking for a 3rd inning to hold on to the W.
Looks like
Abby Johns steps up to the plate as a pinch hitter. She replaces Ramirez, who's been a bit unlucky today. Ball 1, missing outside. Johns has had 2 hits and 2 at-bats, as well as a walk. Very consistent at getting on base. That's why she gets the call here from the bench for the Spartans. 1-1. Martin finding the zone. There will be some action in the Tampa bullpen eventually, and there is action in the Berry bullpen, but I believe that is more for Game 2 than it is for Game 1. As the count is now going to go 1-2. Fastball in the outside corner for Abby Johns. The freshman trying to get a leadoff base runner. Reynolds on deck. Fouled away. By the way, Tampa baseball, that game's still under rain delay. It should be starting at around 4 p.m. They've got a doubleheader, but there's been wet weather at Miami this morning, so that's why the start has been delayed. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout by Martin. 1 away to bring up Reynolds. And Tampa making another call to the bench here. And they are going to bring on a fresh player off the bench. Olivia Feldman ready to go.
Pitching for Tampa, number 5, Olivia Feldman.
So Tampa giving plenty of players some opportunities today. Trying to see some new faces in the lineup, players that Martin and the Bucks haven't seen yet. Update from St. Leo. The Tritons hold a 3-1 lead. They were able to score in the top of the fifth. A St. Leo loss, even with the Tampa loss here, confirms Tampa as solo conference champs. Tampa already at worst have confirmed that they'll be co-champs, but they would like to be the solo champs, and they need either one win or one St. Leo loss to do so. At the moment, it looks like the latter would have to happen. Barry with a 4-3 lead. Fouled away by Feldman. 2 quick strikes from Martin. Both teams have been more successful with 2 outs. Tampa 3 for 9. Barry 5 for 11. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts for Martin. And it's Lily Keister with 2 away.
Center fielder number 3, Lily Keister.
The senior looking for a moment of magic here. 1 run separates the Bucks and Spartans, but Tampa has no outs to give. Tampa was at an awkward position entering the bottom of the 7th with the bottom of the order. Now they finally get to the top half of the order as Keister takes ball 1. The second game will probably start 30 to 40 minutes from now, expected to be maybe 2:15 or 2:20. Maybe a little bit earlier. Also depends if any weather rolls through. Cloudy day, but hopefully will remain clear skies. That's going to be hit to third, almost dropped, and out by a step. Barry holds on to win 4-3. A 3-inning save from Martin, as getting the W is Haley Angelico, improving to 8-6 on the season. The Spartans end a 3-game winning streak. They'll have to wait until the next game to potentially have a 40-win regular season, falling to 39-8. The loss goes to Kate DeSimone, only her 2nd defeat of the year. Shout out Gwen McGinnis for 5 shutout innings in the bullpen. And after game 2, we'll have the senior day festivities. For now, we'll take a quick breather. We'll be back with more action when we come back on Tampa Spartans TV. I'm Taylor Storley for Skippy alongside me. We'll see you for game 2 not too long from now. Final score, Barry 4, Tampa 3.